This episode of Hobie is sponsored by HoJeff. Save 25% with promo code HobiePod.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 490. Wow. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
And I'm Brian.
Hey. I cannot believe we're only 10 episodes away from 500.
I believe it.
We're halfway through our villain arc. Halfway through it.
Maybe you should do some extra episodes so that when the Indianapolis 500 comes around, you can do episode 500.
Pass.
Blake, it's tough to get you here every week. I don't think we're going to get extra episodes out of you.
Oh, it's tough to get Jim here. I mean,
That's true.
He's perpetually suspended and has to play golf.
That's true. That is punishment.
Uh-huh.
You're suspended. You got to go play golf. Damn it. He doesn't think so, but we do. We think it's punishment. But Brian, you a big golfer?
No.
Okay. Do you have any desire to be a golfer?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to drink beer and drive around a little golf court along a nice greeny lawn?
No.
If it weren't in the city, sure.
Yeah, it's not in the city.
If I could
You're
do it
driving on grass.
If I could do it in the mountains,
I'd rather
sure.
I'd rather do it in an air-conditioned house.
I mean, I
Much
chase a little white ball when I do it, but otherwise.
well, screw that part then.
Yeah.
Well, one, if you have to use a cart, you're not a real golfer.
Do you use a cart?
I don't golf.
Oh, okay.
Says the man who doesn't golf.
Oh, God, no. Golfing is a terrible, terrible, as Mark Twain called it, a good walk spoiled.
Look at us being history.
So bourgeois.
It is. If you're new to our show, we are a history podcast at times.
At times.
At
twice.
times.
I think twice.
No, we talked about Jesus and Pontius Pilate one time.
I don't think in a historical context.
I think it was. Well, it was the biblical context.
Okay.
We leave that up to the listener.
That's right.
We talk about movies from several years ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
History.
We got a lot of things that we talk about that's historical-ish.
Ish. We're a historical-ish podcast.
You know, in sad news, speaking of history,
Oh, no.
Jerry Springer is now history as well. Moment of silence. Breath of silence.
And also,
Yes.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Yes. Yes. Jerry was 78 years old. Do you think he had a lot of people around his deathbed chanting Jerry when he was passing away? Jerry, Jerry.
Maybe.
Jerry.
I wonder if he had... Oh, my gosh. I can hear the sound effect.
That was the wrong button. That's the one I meant to hit.
Maybe what was it at the end of every episode he had? What was it called? Like thought of the day or observation? What was it called?
Final thought.
Final thought. Did he have a final thought on his deathbed?
Ooh.
You know,
What was Jerry's
What would it
final
have
thought?
been?
take care of each other. Take care of yourself and each other. I'm guessing that's it.
That's
Don't pay
nowhere
him.
near as good as "fuck you, motherfucker."
Oh yeah, that was Richard Belzer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Richard Belzer.
You
Don't
know-
pay hookers with checks.
So
Handwritten
Jerry did
checks.
have a very interesting life with that.
Yeah.
He was on city council at that time, not
Not the mayor.
the mayor. Everyone thinks he was a mayor when he did it.
No.
It was city council.
No, that's
which
how
I
he got elected mayor.
Which
Everybody
I
said, hey, he's supporting individual female
freedom right, free right.
employment
Yeah.
downtown.
So he did do that in 1973, but then he became mayor of Cincinnati in 1980, I think, around that time.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, the guy did a lot of charity work. Like, he did do a good job, and he even admits that his show was weird and scummy and everything else.
And garbage.
But,
Yeah. He did it because he was amused by it.
yeah.
And he didn't have to do it because he was already rich.
Yeah.
And they're paying him this money. In the interview I listened to, he was joking around. It's like, well, you know what? I enjoy it because it's rare. And he said, if I have a conversation with you at lunch, you say, what did you do today? You say, well, you don't say I choked on a
piece of popcorn today.
almost choked at work at lunch on a Reese's popcorn kernel.
You right there, Blake? Go get some water. You right?
His response is, well, I talked to a guy who married his horse today. I win.
I talked to a guy married his horse.
And he's got a point. His days, he's like, I did it because it was interesting and different and weird and fun. And to him, that's what it was. It was
Yeah.
fun.
And whether you like it or not.
And excuse me, I almost really did choke on a
What was that?
Reese's popcorn.
Well,
Reese's popcorn.
Do you need some water?
No, but my nose is running now.
I will share my water with you.
You better
Oh,
catch
no,
it.
No, I don't want to do that. I'll go wipe my nose here. Ooh, yeah.
but he did mention on his 25 years on the show, he had one of his final thoughts that year was that he thought, I thought this was very interesting. It's getting replayed now a lot. He's like, I never looked down at anybody that was on the show, because at the end of the day, I'm extremely lucky. And he's like, life it comes down to being extremely lucky.
Well, yeah, if you look at all those sorry sons of bitches that he had on his
Yeah.
show, he's like, yeah, I'm pretty damn lucky.
And his comment is, the difference between being born rich and being born poor is just pure luck. Like, that's all it is. Where you're born is pure luck. Everything's pure luck. So
And he was born in the London Underground.
Yes. Came to America at 4 years old. But yeah, it is a very interesting thing. He's like, people look down at others, and it's like, oh, how come you can't do that? You're doing this or you're doing that. It's like it's all luck where you're born at. So you don't choose who your parents are. You don't choose how you grew up.
It's all perspective on how you look at it yourself. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's your perception that really matters.
Yeah, it's how hard you work to get yourself out of that. But a lot of it is just pure luck still at the end of the day. A lot of it is not dying on a popcorn kernel on the podcast.
Continue talking without me. I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay. I got cups upstairs. Yeah. We got cups. I have drinks in the fridge. Brian, I don't think we've ever had anybody die on air.
Not yet.
Not during an obituary either when we're talking about Jerry. Anyone?
That wasn't on the outline.
Yeah, it is right there. See, Blake dies.
During Jerry Springer Memorial.
I just saw Story Time, not Story Time with Blake.
Oh, that's right. That's the shortest story time we ever had with Blake. Yes, and Gordon Lightfoot died as well. So, what isn't dying, though? The Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 22nd through the 24th.
Oh, that was a terrible seg.
Well, you know what? You come up with one. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
I wouldn't say what isn't dying. I mean, come on.
Well, it's thriving. That's right. Paul Williams announced Academy Award winner, Muppet guest star, Paul Williams is going to be there. Alex Livinali is going to be there as well. He was in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. He was in The Walking Dead. He's been on The Vampire Diaries, Burn Notice, Sleepy Hollow, Nashville, Banshee.
I only want questions about his role in Smokey and the Bandit.
Oh.
Paul Williams.
Yes, not Alex. John Delancey, you know who he is.
Q.
Q from Star Trek.
He was also in Days of Our Lives. That's where I first know him from.
Oh, he was also in Stargate SG-1. Invader Zim. Oh, God, I forgot all about that. That was a good cartoon from back in the day. Brett Spiner, Data, is going to be there September 22nd through 24th.
Excellent.
Let's see who else. We also have Christina Ricci is going to be there. Let's see. We also have prop maker Bill Hargraves is going to be there. It's going to be fun. And Paul Freeman from Indiana Jones, along with artist, creator, writer Jim Lee.
That's a long, impressive list.
It is a pretty impressive list. That's what she said. So get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com, September 22nd through 24th. Go there now. We will be there up on the second floor saying hi. Also, if you're part of a fan community club, you can put in your application for a fan booth. Just let you guys know as well. And that would be picked in a couple of weeks, I think.
Yes, do that soonish.
Yes.
Send your bribes in.
Yes.
Where do they submit?
Go to CincinnatiComicExpo.com, and there's a little drop-down menu. You can send it in. So just let you guys know there's an application you got to fill out. So, so there you go. You also got anything else over here? What do we got here, people? What do we got? Anything we watched?
Well, speaking of Christina Ricci,
yes,
I did finish Wednesday.
She was not in that. Oh, well, she is, isn't she? She's just not Wednesday.
Yeah, she's not Wednesday in it, but she does make an appearance.
Several episodes, and I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it yet, even though it's been out for a while.
Yeah. I saw the first episode. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you should watch it. Continue going through it. It's pretty good.
It's kind of like Mean Girls, but with supernatural powers, right? The movie Mean Girls?
No. It was like Wednesday Addams meets Hogwarts.
Okay.
That's a good way to describe it.
That's a good description. Have you watched it, Brian?
I have not.
Okay. Are you interested in it?
Maybe.
The humor is there. It is pretty funny. And they do some call-outs and callbacks to like some of the original TV shows and et cetera. And I will have to say, some good surprise cameos by some characters was really entertaining.
Okay.
I do have to say that. I really enjoyed it. I liked it. They do the old, switcheroo, mystery, thing that doesn't make sense until they just give you the new facts, and you're like, oh, okay.
That would have been helpful 4 episodes ago.
True, but then again, if you're a detective and that just happens in real life, well, that's how it works.
Yeah. Okay. I do have to go back and finish that one. And I actually am interested in finishing it. Shut up about Jessica Jones. Everybody just shut up, Jeff.
I wasn't going to say a thing.
Okay. Anybody else watch anything? Anybody watch? No?
Let's see. What did I watch?
Still watching Lasso?
Yes.
Caught up. I'm up to date with Ted.
Yeah, I would be very sad if they don't do an episode 4, but I understand if they end
the season 4, you mean?
Well, in season 3.
Yeah, I think it's going towards somebody's got to have
it's
a spinoff, right?
It's such a good feel-good series.
Yeah. Roy becoming like Ted Lasso is hilarious. Are you caught up to date, Brian?
I am not.
Oh.
But that's okay.
Ass squash. Damn it, why am I like this? Make it stop.
That was pretty funny.
Yes, Roy starts making puns and is angry at himself for it.
The best is they all switch roles. And I love the water boy.
Oh, as the beard?
As beard.
It's pretty funny.
Get the fuck out of my chair. Yeah, it's pretty great. And the character arc of Jamie over the 3 seasons is very well done.
Yes.
Just to see him go from a lazy, I'm the best player out there, you should all bow before me, to working his ass off to kicking ass now. Like, that's just...
It's gotta pay off with the total football.
It has to. It has to.
Nate, his character arc, I think, is changing a little bit.
I don't like that he's not a main villain, though. And I knew they weren't going to make him just this bad guy.
Well, it's not in his original nature.
Yeah, is it now? I don't know. I kind of feel like he is in the beginning. Even in the first season, I felt like he was an ass.
Really? Well, I'm not a villain. I mean, are we watching the same Nate?
Yeah, maybe not. Oh, I was watching Frogger. I'm sorry.
Oh, you need to quit doing that.
Sorry, my bad.
So there's a Nate in Frogger. Okay.
Yes, he's the alligator.
I mean, I think the arc with Nate maybe coming back down to earth might be a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
The last episode was pretty political. They get in a little the political speech of athletes
Yes, they do.
versus politics and stuff.
They do that. Oh, go ahead, Jeff. Sorry.
Shut up and dribble.
Shut 'em dribble.
Which yeah,
That's what they did to LeBron, didn't they?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the whole that thing.
Ted Lasso usually has 1 or 2 episodes a year that happens in. That they have the politics come into the sports world, which is fine if you can do it well. But yeah,
I think they are. I think they're doing it all right.
yeah.
We'll see how it works out.
No, I really enjoyed Ted Lasso this year a lot, and I do you so looking online, some of the rumors floating out there again. The chance of these
I don't
happening
look
is
online
is
for
point.
this stuff.
No. I'm talking for spinoffs for or
okay.
season 4. No.
Spinoffs?
Well, the one. So these are the rumors that are the more
if
popular
Sudeikis doesn't
rumors.
come back.
Well, one is that he goes to America and takes over the World Cup team in 2026. That's interesting. Another one is that he goes to Australia and takes over rugby, which I don't think is going to like. That one's a popular one online.
No.
And I'm like,
too
that's
far.
that's the same type of.
It's too big of a stretch. It's
Well,
like repeating the entire premise all over.
Correct. He's going into fish out water of a new sport now.
Yeah.
If they're doing a spinoff, they need to just spin off Keely Jones.
I like her. I don't know if I want to see a whole series on her.
I do.
Keely Jones, public relations.
KJPR.
KJPR.
First time I saw like in her office and she had the sign that said KJPR, I'm like, is this a radio station?
I do like the goat. That she had the goat on the table.
Lamb.
Lamb, sorry.
Yeah, after she fired her best friend.
So, so that's the one that you do. Feasibly, is there any spin-off character you think she could do it?
I think she could do it.
Anyone else you think? I would love to see a Roy spin-off. But is he a character that you can't have as the main guy?
Roy would be in the Keely show.
Okay.
I think Roy and Keely are eventually going to get back together, if not Jamie, because I think
she gets with Roy.
I think her current relationship is not going to bear the fruits that they think it is, because it's kind of hard to have a relationship with somebody that
love bombs you all the day.
Yeah, and you're getting the foreshadowing, from
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what happened when her husband. Blah 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 blah. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens too, and also the dynamic of you're running a company, and your benefactor is your romantic interest, and how bad can that go, and then what respect or how's that look to the rest of your employees in that company, which they're starting to play a little bit on, but I don't know if they're going to be serious.
I just like the four employees or 3 employees. They never say a word except the one guy.
The one guy will occasionally say something. The other two just sit there. I don't think they've ever had a line yet.
And I like when when Keely fired her friend. Who's coming with me? You're coming with me. And, no, I'm not. And then at the end, he's like, okay, I'll come with you. Fuck off. You're not coming with me.
I don't want you.
And I like the CEO. That's
Jack.
Yeah.
Honestly, in all reality, in regards to professional relationship, personal relationship and professional relationships, especially those within what you would call "quote unquote" the chain of command, and etc. Once you violate that trust with everybody else in the business or everybody else is, then ethically it's not good.
No. NBC just fired somebody for that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I could see them doing a Ted Lasso in 2 years with World Cup.
Or he goes back and coaches his son's soccer team.
That would be kind of funny.
Maybe.
Does he get back with his wife, though? His ex-wife?
Nope.
No.
You don't think so? I hope not. But they had a little glimmer of hope last episode when they were talking about the bullying.
Really?
I thought there was a little bit.
I didn't.
I did like how Beard was like, we can be on a plane by noon and we can be at this little kid's house.
Yeah. Well, I kind of was like, his kid's the bully.
Yeah.
And then it played out that way.
And the best part is Roy on how to get revenge on somebody.
Oh, yeah. Boy's
That
dark.
was great.
This sock of paint. Right?
Yeah, that was pretty scary.
It was
But it was very
hilarious.
funny.
It was very funny. It's just such. I agree, Blake. It's such a fun, good-hearted show.
It's a feel-good series.
Yeah, and there's so many good things about it.
Yeah.
I don't think you could do Nate as a. I don't think you could do Nate as a spinoff because I think they've made him. They're going to redeem him. We all know that, but like, I think you can't make him a spinoff because so many people don't like him. That character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll see.
yeah. Brian, you watch anything?
It's just Mr. Robot. Still going with that.
Still enjoying it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeff, anything else?
Yeah, I was mistaken
Yeah.
when I mentioned last week. This week is the series finale of A Million Little Things.
Oh, and I tuned in last week. I was like, why didn't anyone die?
You didn't tune in last
No,
week.
I did not tune in.
I could tell by the way you asked why didn't anyone die.
Gary's a father now, I saw.
Yeah. I mean, come on. That happened like the end of last season.
Oh, I missed that one. Are they still in frames?
No.
Okay. Check. Is Roman a documentary filmmaker?
He's a teacher.
Oh, he's
Where
a
have
teacher.
you been?
Again, not watching Million Little Things. I've been looking for the dog. I keep looking for the
Oh,
dog.
you got stuck on that episode.
Yes, yes. Is he an art school teacher? Is he a filmmaker teacher? Is he a film teacher?
He's teaching at the school that he went to. I guess film is one of the classes he teaches.
Oh, okay. Good for him. Okay. That kind of correlates with our top 5 this week. Is he on your top 5?
He is
Roman?
not on my top 5, although he could be.
I like Roman.
It's
Rome.
just Rome. There's no
Is it
N at
Rome?
the- Yes.
Oh. Well, Roman is is what I'm calling him. Is the other guy still in the wheelchair?
Yes.
Okay.
He is not going to miraculously get out of the wheelchair.
I would not put it past this show.
With one episode left, I don't think it's going to
You
happen.
want to bet? It's going to be a flash forward.
I'll bet.
He's going to go to like Brazil and get stem cell research, walk out like Peter Griffin, and then yell.
Why aren't we funding this? No, I think they were pretty adamant once they got to a certain point that, the wheelchair is a permanent thing. And I think they wanted to show that people's lives will be affected that way.
Gotcha. You say that, and then in the final episode, he actually jumps up and starts dancing. He's like, it was just a prank.
That would be terrible.
Yes, because Million Little Things has a really high standard on some of this.
They do.
You right? Sure. Okay. We had a Twitter poll of the week at Bad Ideas Podcast. Guardians of the Galaxy
did.
3 is coming out. What Guardians of the Galaxy 3 character is most likely to die in the film? We had Star-Lord, Drax, Rocket, and Nebula. Not together, but separate. Jeff, who did you vote for?
I didn't vote in this one.
Oh, we had a lot of votes, actually. Brian, who would you vote for?
I voted for Drax because that's. I mean, we talked about it last week, but that's
Probably the odds-on favorite.
that's where. I mean, that's where they've been leading it.
Drax wins with 67% of the vote. That's not even up for debate. In second place, Rocket. Third is Star-Lord, and fourth is Nebula. So,
I just think Karen Gillian will be kind of happy to not have to keep shaving her head for this role.
well, it doesn't mean anything. I could see her and Star-Lord going off looking for another version of Gamora. I could see Gamora dying this version, and then they go find another one.
Once you got a multiverse, there's infinite Gamoras.
Yeah.
Is she the who's the actress that plays her?
Gamora?
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana. Didn't she say that she doesn't want to play that role anymore either?
I don't
The
think
guy
she-
that does Drax.
Yeah. Batista's done. He doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, he's done. I thought
Yeah.
I saw a headline or something along the lines that she was pretty much done too. She wants a replacement for her as well.
Okay. That's fine. And, she's been doing it for, 10 years now? She's been 7, 8 films.
Yeah.
So I could see that. I really do think Star-Lord goes off looking for her, and that's why we never see them again. I wouldn't mind seeing another Star-Lord, but I don't think they get rid of Rocket or Groot because I think the marketing is too good for those two.
CGI characters are easier to deal with.
And
You just need a voice actor
yeah. And I think those two survive.
or artificial intelligence actor.
That's true. Well, that's what's replacing the writers
AI
now.
voice. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say, even if, Bradley Cooper decides to not come back, I mean, they've got Ross Marquand in their
Yeah.
stable. They can get him to do the voice of anything.
Yes. I want him to take over as Red Skull. Ross Marquand, like in future films.
If they bring Red Skull back in, I'm sure he will.
I think you could bring Red Skull back. I was really hoping he would be like a couple films and like he would be in the background for a couple
Just
things.
get the Soul Stone back or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're not really destroyed.
Is Kang in this one?
I don't know.
Not as the main one or anything?
I did not see him in any of the clips that I
Okay.
saw, but I can't swear that he won't be.
Yeah. I was just curious on it.
No, I guess, what's his name? Adam Warlock or whatever is going to be.
Yeah, and the guy that created him is going to be the who also created Rocket, I guess, is going to be the villain. Let's see here. Doctor Number One actually has something due to the writers' strike that's going on right now.
Started today.
At least some good came of it. SNL cancels Pete Davidson's hosting appearance this week.
Nice.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
A number of writers for SNL are actually actors in SNL.
They can act, but they can't write. I have no idea. I'm just making that up.
Oh. Well, regardless, it's good because, yeah,
Yeah.
Davidson.
All the talk shows are officially going dark, too.
Awesome.
Really? Mm-hmm. I figured talk shows are the one things you don't need writers for.
So last time they did it November through February, I think it was the last strike. And the talk shows came back after Christmas and basically had to improvise the whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, well, you got to write what two questions are you going to ask your guest star about their upcoming promotion? I mean,
Yeah.
you can't come up with that off the top of your head.
Well, the other thing is you had 30
Opening
minutes.
monologue.
Yeah, you have 30
Crap.
minutes of stuff.
Have the host write his own shit and see how good he actually is, or
Well,
she.
They had Conan O'Brien. They showed last time.
In 2007.
Yeah, did you see that?
For like one of,
Oh, yeah?
I think it was like one of the entire hours
Yeah.
of his show. He was literally spinning his wedding ring on the desk of his office.
They were doing competition on how long it could
How
spin.
long it would spin.
And the first one was like 36 seconds. That's it? We just wasted only 36 seconds.
Well, the best part is that he was a writer for so
Yeah.
many years before getting his own show. So that's a good bit. I like it.
Conan
Yeah,
O'Brien is
and that's kind of
fantastic.
also, the thing we're seeing now is a lot of the actors or writers now are the hosts of these shows, like Fallon and Seth Meyers.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
they were writers at one point. So
Was Fallon?
Yeah.
Fallon was a
SNL.
writer, yeah.
Was he?
You have to write skits for SNL.
Yeah,
whether
I guess
you're-
that's true.
there are actors that write skits, and they actually have writers.
and
Okay.
as well.
Weekend Update.
That's
Yeah.
true. I
Yeah.
always forget he was on Weekend Update.
Pretty much when you do Weekend Update, you're writing your own
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
I always forget that.
Unless you switch with your host. Those are the best.
Yeah,
But was it Craig Ferguson? He didn't even have writers on staff.
he had one of the best monologues too because it wasn't a monologue.
He would just go up
It was
and,
improv.
yeah.
off the cuff the whole time.
He never gets enough due.
More
I
of them
really
need to do
love
that.
it. I love his show. I loved his show back then.
It was good.
He's doing a lot more game show host. I guess he's realizing that being a game show host, you do a lot less work in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that was on the Drew Carey show is doing game shows now.
Yeah, pretty
Kristen
much.
Miller's got a game show? Sweet.
Those improv guys are just touring the country in Whose Line Is It Anyways? Improv. It's like Mystery Science Theater, just touring the country.
Who did I see just was going to have a game show coming out?
John,
Tom Cavanaugh?
yes, I did see that. Cincinnati Comic Expo guest
Yes.
Tom Cavanaugh,
Last year, not this upcoming year.
possibly one of the nicest guys that we met.
Incredibly nice.
Yes, I will always support him.
And he does the podcast about tasting different foods.
He copied it from us, though. Let's be real.
Well, he did.
Yes. How's your peeps that stayed out last week?
Yeah, so I guess it was 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
We tried the fresh peeps, and I left them sitting here for 2 weeks now in the open air, and I really like fresh peeps so much better.
My mom always loves stale peeps.
The stale peeps
and
are
I
just
can't.
not as good.
No.
And I know you don't like them at all, so but the marshmallows just yeah.
We were in the grocery store, my daughter and I, and she picked up the Oreo Black Night Out or
Black Forest,
Yeah,
or whatever
the
it's
one
called.
that
I
came
don't
out,
know.
the blackout one. No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, never.
Stop.
I just
pointing-
offered everybody else a peep.
And she picked those up, and I was like, "We tried those," and she's like, "I know, but they were really good." Trying them again, they're really good. Like I think the second time, like the first time was good, but like the second time, I was like, "Oh, these are pretty darn good. I enjoy them." So
I will say, I guess it's a good thing about them. Mm-hmm. You can't eat too many of them. Like you start eating too many, and then it's like, oh, this is too much.
of the Oreos,
yeah. Well, regular Oreos, I can just eat and eat and eat.
yeah, except the double stuff.
Well,
Most stuff.
Most stuff. That's what it was.
That was rough.
That was rough.
but the dark chocolate is like, it's really, really good. But once you get like that third cookie, you're like, I think I've had enough.
Yeah. Your bedtime cookie.
My bedtime cookie.
What you got over there, Brian?
I do have a little treat for us this week.
Oh
No.
I found some Oreo caramel creams.
well, let me get a picture of those things. Let me see that. That is really pretty.
So these are like the bullseye things with, I guess, chewy Oreo flavored outside and creamy Oreo
Oh, it's
flavor
not-
inside.
Oh, so it's not hard candy.
No, it's the chewy, like,
Okay.
caramel creams.
Okay. I'm intrigued by that. Look at you go, Brian. I will be getting the Enterman's ice cream. I
they
will be
are-
getting them.
You
They
will
are
be getting
individually
them.
wrapped.
If you
too.
see them, pick them up. But
I will.
my goal is to get them.
I have to be in a
Thank you, Brian.
supermarket probably to see them, but
Supermarket sweep.
yes.
Get the diapers. Get the diapers.
Take a picture of the individually wrapped.
It is very nice.
Because you took the outside.
Yeah.
You get the inside.
Look at that.
And then I'm trying to talk over all the wrapping noises that you
all
can
right.
hear in the background.
I used to like these as a kid, like the caramel ones.
My favorite candy.
Really? Not so much anymore. Like the powder in the middle really gets to me as I got older.
Oh no, they're real great once you start chewing them and mixing the two flavors together. That's when they're the best. You know what is also good? Those peanut butter ones. Those are great too.
I don't think I ever had peanut butter ones.
Yeah, you have.
Did we?
Yeah, at Halloween time.
They're the Halloween black and orange wrapped
black and-
candies with it's caramel on the outside and peanut butter on the inside.
No.
They're excellent.
That's just wax.
Brian, what's your name? Blake? You look confused by this candy.
I'm trying to see if there's if you close your eyes and you didn't know it was an Oreo.
I don't think you would tell a
You
difference.
can tell the difference because it tastes like a regular caramel swirl almost.
No, there's Oreo chocolate in there.
You can.
There's a little bit.
I can get the Oreo.
It's not much, though. I agree, Blake.
The
I may have to try another one. Hold on.
The first flavor I had was Oreo. The more I chew it, the more it
Gets
less Oreo.
See, I'm the opposite. I get a little bit more Oreo at the end than the beginning. Those are really good, though.
I mean, as long as you're getting Oreo, it doesn't really matter.
That's what she said.
That's true.
That was good, Brian. Good job.
Yeah.
No, I will be getting the Entenmann's ice cream. I'm intrigued by that. So, Blake, what do you got for listener feedback?
That's the sound of the bomb listener feedback brought to you by Jeff's side gig.
Hello, Jeff.
Oh no, that means I got to remember what we're sending out this week.
Yeah, what was it?
It's kettle corn peeps.
That are old?
Oh yeah, they've been exposed to the elements.
Yeah.
But we reseal them before we send them out.
They've been seasoned.
Seasoned with air.
Sounds horrible.
I thought we were going to use the individual open M&Ms in the candy jar this week, but we haven't done that yet.
We can hold on to them until we run out of things.
These haven't been seasoned properly yet. We're still working on those.
There's M&Ms in there.
That's right. Hello, Jeff will not send M&Ms before their time.
What do you got, Blake?
You know what we got. You know what we always start off with?
A-Pans,
That one guy?
Can't give yourself a nickname?
Yeah.
7,
Chili Billy.
Sunny D.
Formerly known as?
the delivery man.
Postman!
He always delivers thrice.
That's right. Not once,
Ladies.
not twice.
That's right.
Thrice.
Thrice, ladies.
Dad.
Big D.
Yeah.
Drew Maggi.
Maggie.
Look who's telling me how to pronounce names. Of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Getting called up from the minors and getting his first big league hit after 13 years was amazing. What are some of your favorite moments in sports with individual players? Yeah, so Drew Maggi was 31-year-old rookie,
33.
33-year-old rookie.
Yes,
Been
13 years in the
all these
minors.
years. Yeah.
He's
got
never
his-
been called up.
Yeah. Got his first RBI, too,
Yep.
recently.
Got called up. Played 3 games, I think. He got 2 hits in his last game, and then he got sent down to the Double-A ball.
Didn't his first at bat? Didn't he get called out on pitch clock violation?
Was it?
Like he got struck? Like a struck.
I know he got out on his first one, but it's a great story because it just shows that you just keep fighting and fighting for it. The guy's 33 years old and he finally gets his major league moment. He gets his hero arc,
Yeah,
not
you
a
don't,
villain
you
arc.
don't get paid very well to play in the minors.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
You have to be loving baseball to be in your 30s and still playing minor league baseball.
yeah. So he got called up. It was a really great story. It's awesome to see. Even the Pirates teammates were all jumping up and down. The fans were into it.
Yeah.
But it's just unfortunate because they're like, "Oh, this is great," and you're now down to Double-A. Damn it!
Not even triple.
Not even triple.
No, he went straight to Double-A. So, Jeff, what's a good feel-good story for one of your favorite moments? Any?
I want to say the top of my head, I was just thinking, oh, yeah, like a good milestone. I saw, I think it was Sammy Sosa's 500th home run
Okay.
on the same day that Heaps Up Choi hit his first home run.
Oh,
So that was kind of cool.
Was that Sammy Sosa's PED-enabled home run, or was that before PED?
By the time he hit his 500th, I think he was heavily on PEDs.
allegedly. Unallegedly.
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't speak English well, so he can't correct us.
That's true.
Well, only when he's being questioned
True.
in a legal forum.
My one of my favorite feel-good moments is John Scott, the hockey player that should never have made the
yeah.
All-Star game.
Getting the most votes.
By the fans. He got the most votes. And then NHL's like, we're not putting this guy in. And the fans were like, screw you. We voted for him. Put him in. And he did get his moment.
And then wasn't he like the captain of the
Yes.
one team?
Yep. And it was basically a big FU to the commissioners, what the league did.
Good.
It was 2016, 17, around there. I just remember going up to the local BW3s and watching it. And I went with a couple guys, and we're like, can you turn the All-Star game on? Which All-Star game's on today? NHL! Come on!
What All-Star game?
But yeah, it was great. So, Brian?
Ken Griffey Jr. hitting his 500th home run on Father's Day with his dad in the stands.
That's a good one. Best Reds announcing moment. Hey!
Or the game,
It's gone.
or the game where Junior and Senior both hit home runs in when he played in Seattle. That would be pretty cool.
That was back to back, wasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't something like that.
I think I could be wrong. I could be mistaken, but I think they hit it back to back.
Yeah,
How long did they play together, junior and senior?
Half a season.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That is good. The 5. I just remember the announcer was George Graham, I think, going, he hits it and he's like, hey! It's like, that's your call? What the hell are you doing? This is 500th.
Well, George Grand is also the guy who, when I forgot the guy's name, third baseman in the Reds had made the beautiful diving stab to steal a hit.
Juan Castro?
Yes, Juan Castro. And George Grand's reaction was, Andy hit a home run on Cinco de Mayo.
Thanks, George.
Not quite a Harry Doyle fly ball caught.
No one's listening anyways. Blake, what you got?
Yeah, speaking of Reds announcers.
Do you have any good moments with the Browns?
Yeah, I do. I got a couple. Well, I got a couple, but I was going to say, speaking of Reds announcers, I used to love driving home from softball games late at night, and I would just listen to Reds games in the summer when Nuxie was calling.
Yeah.
Because you could drive for 5 minutes and all you would hear is background crowd noise.
Yes.
You're trying to adjust your radio dial to make sure you still have the game on.
And then he'll say something like really think, well, that's strike 3. And you just felt so relaxed. It was.
My favorite moment is, I've said this many times, Joe Nuxhall was an announcer here up until his death, almost 79. He was an old school radio announcer for the Reds, and he would sit there silently for a lot of it. But there would be moments it would be like, okay, Sean Casey's up. And then it would be like 5 minutes later, he's like,
It'd be like,
well, bases are loaded for Griffey, and he just hit a grand slam. I'm sorry, what happened?
Yeah, he'd say Griffey's up, and then it'd be like you could hear people in the background talking, eating popcorn, drinking beer, and then it'd be like grand slam, home Griffey. Yeah, you're like,
That was
what?
Well, now Barry Larkin's up after Griffey's grand slam. I'm sorry, what just happened? Did we just get a grand slam?
It's still better than the one day I was driving through Chicago, listening to
Harry
Carey. Ball's hit. I could be out of here. And this long pause, and the guy that would announce
Steve
with him,
Stone.
Steve Stone would go and pop out to short.
Yeah.
I literally listened to that on the radio.
Nope, I've heard that. Yeah, Harry get into a home run call, and it was a pop up to short. I've heard that one. Good old Harry.
Good one stuff. But they can play. What's his name? George Day. Is that his name? You guys?
George Grand.
George Grand.
Yeah.
You could pay that whatever clip when they paid Ken Griffey his top. Ken Griffey Jr. his top salary for the Reds this year. Mm-hmm. Isn't he like number 1 in salary?
3.
Number 2. 3.
3. He's 3.
He's behind Joey Votto.
I think he's
this year.
4.
Is he 4 now?
I think he was number 4 on the payroll list.
Well, that's the thing.
Will Myers is above him.
Will Myers is above him, and
Votto.
Votto's number 1.
Yeah.
Our old third baseman, who's no longer on the team.
Moustakas?
Yeah, Moustakas is making more money.
We're still paying Moustakas too.
So 2 of our 4 top earners this year on the baseball team are not on the team.
They are both retired.
I would probably take Griffey above some of the players right now. Hey, they're on a winning streak. Well, they were on a winning streak.
If he's healthy.
Yeah.
If his hamstring isn't detached. But for me, I would say I would go back to the 1980 Miracle on Ice, the college kids beating the Soviets.
Yep.
Going back that far. And, it's not as good of a feel-good. It kind of is, but it's LeBron, coming back to Cleveland after Miami to win a championship. And he finally does after a couple tries. I mean, that's still pretty good feel-good.
Correct.
And then after that,
The Miracle on Ice.
Yeah.
You could play them 100 times, and they would beat you 99 times. But not tonight.
That's right.
Not tonight.
Still a great movie.
I love
Well, I will say, speaking of hockey, one of the great all-time games was just the other night when the Seattle Kraken.
Oh, yes.
Game 7.
Yep.
Out the Kraken.
When
First playoff series win.
when the two number 1 and number 2 stars are from my fantasy hockey team.
Great.
They're going to lead the Kraken to a
Release the Kraken.
a Stanley Cup championship, just like they sat on the bench on my team for an MLB championship.
Okay.
I mean, if there's a team to throw octopi or squid on
Yes.
for hat tricks,
Yes.
I mean, it's got to be the Seattle Kraken.
I
right?
agree.
I mean, come on.
I would think so.
Yeah, but I'd be stealing it from Detroit.
Okay, make it fried calamari.
That's better.
Oh, don't waste calamari that way. Well, yeah, Blake.
You can waste it.
But you don't want to get too close to it.
Nope.
We're going to a higher plane. Meow God and meow God.
All right, I'm going to hit your hand if you keep doing that. Twice was enough.
We're on a higher plane.
We were until you kept hitting my buttons.
Hush, Jeff.
It's fun sitting next to you now. I like how we rearrange seats.
Move over there now.
I want to hit a button now, too.
Aw, which one you want?
I have no idea. I
1
just
through
wanna hit
9.
one.
Tell him pick one.
3.
There you go.
Meow God is so money.
Yeah, he is. He's
Money,
so
Meow
money.
God.
He doesn't know he's money.
That's right.
But he knows he's money.
That's right. He should make money off of his,
Money.
deep thoughts that we have.
Yes.
Take us to higher plane. Did Jason hide human cremations somewhere in Disney World? I heard it's a common occurrence.
I tried. I tried.
But Doug's not dead yet.
No. He didn't want to just stand around for 30 more years.
Did you bury your house deed there?
Maybe. It's neat. It's right next to Walt Disney's head. You can just put your house deeds right there, so it's fine.
You put it on Tom Sawyer's fence as you
Yes,
walk
that's
by?
right. There's a lot of kids there, too, that, firstborn are given away. So
Their birth certificate?
that's right. Someone adopt him. Disney owns them now.
That's right.
Anyways, what else we got?
And we're going to come back to Earth with Genie of Hobie, except for Jeff. Button 5, please.
Button 5. I think you wanted 6 on that.
I like this game.
They're both good selections.
Yeah.
After it says except for Jeff.
You could go to for the love of God, go to another screen of sound effects.
No, that was perfect.
No, the
except for
others
Jeff.
just are like, this is Brad, and we don't want that.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. It was
These are the
perfect.
actual effects.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Except for Jeff. What is your coffee order? I want coffee. Please bring me coffee. That's what she says.
Genie of Hobie. Mine's a mocha. Mocha. So, what you got?
Black coffee,
Do you put cream or anything in it?
occasionally, but just
Yeah, by saying black coffee, I think that
black
means
coffee?
no cream.
Hey, that's enough out of you. So, really? Wow.
yes.
No wonder you can grow a beard and I can't.
I'm confused. Is like
It's chest hair.
you talk about liking coffee, but then you're telling me you hate coffee.
Yeah.
You have to have something in it to make it not taste like coffee.
Yeah, the less it tastes like coffee, the better. I see how you are. Drink up that coffee, Jason.
The less you taste like Jeff, the better. Shut up.
I always taste like Jeff.
Go ahead, Blake. What do you got?
Cappuccino, extra shot
Saw
of
that
espresso.
coming. Saw it coming. Saw it coming. Okay.
He likes his Italian.
It's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario
me.
Cappuccino.
It's Dunkachino.
It's me, extra espresso.
Oh.
This is my cousin.
What else you got?
It's my filo. We didn't get Jeff's coffee.
It was in the clue, the question, not for me to give an answer.
She knew that Jeff doesn't like coffee. That's why she excluded him.
I just wanted to hear the wah, wah, wah.
I feel left out and
right.
included.
That's right. From Pittsburgh Nerd, what is your favorite one? What is your one favorite CD record tape that is amazing from the first song to the last?
LA Guns.
Only one. Only one. That's the problem because there's been a number of them.
Live.
Really?
Live Throwing Copper.
Live Throwing Copper is a good one.
Start to finish.
Not a bad song on there. Because I mean, there are some like albums I really love. Like I really love Alanis Morissette's "Jagged Little Pill," but I hate the song "Ironic."
Okay. That's
So-
kind of ironic.
It's so ironic.
The song isn't,
That's true.
but so it keeps that off the list for me.
Okay. What would it be?
I think I have to lean towards something like Queensryche, Operation Mindcrime.
Okay. Brian, is that an order?
It's from like 1988, I want to
Okay.
say. 86 maybe, somewhere in the late 80s.
My other one would be Green Day, American Idiot. Really good.
I think Brian thinks that's funny.
Is it American Idiot?
Yes, you are. Green Day. That's so funny to me.
I love Green Day.
I don't think Brian does.
I'm sorry, they're not Nordique Vikings that, play 2 songs a year. Oh, wait, that's your job.
Yeah, you're looking. You're
Damn
talking
it, that's not Brian.
And they weren't Nordique Vikings. They were Italian dwarves.
Whatever.
For anybody curious,
sure?
Wind River is coming to North America, touring for the first time. Jason doesn't know who they are, even though I talked about them last week.
Is their lead singer Mario? Backup Luigi?
No.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Brian, what do you got? What do you think? LA Guns.
Not LA Guns.
Yeah, I don't think LA Guns had more
Vicious
than one
Circle.
halfway decent song.
Yeah, it was on Vicious Circle. That was their CD.
Oh.
That was their album.
Did you own it?
Yes.
Oh.
BMG.
Oh, you accidentally got it.
What you got, Brian? What you got?
Joshua Tree.
Oh, okay. U2? Little U2?
Or 10.
10. No bad song
Pearl
on
Jam.
10.
Okay. That's a pretty good one.
Really, Brian? I thought your favorite Pearl Jam album was Versus.
That is my personal favorite album of theirs, but start to finish, 10's.
Okay.
I mean,
I will agree.
there isn't. Nothing on 10 is bad.
And I'm not being funny here, but I wouldn't say it's a perfect album, but it's a pretty good one. And this is old school, but Hootie and the Blowfish, their first big hit was actually not bad either.
Crack for Your Mirror was good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fairweather Johnson was not so good.
No, they peaked at the beginning.
But no, I agree. I feel like Hootie and the Blowfish.
Did
what?
you just call them blow shit?
Yeah, they are now. Another
Hey,
one.
they're touring this summer.
Not just Darius Rucker.
No, Hootie and the Blowfish.
No. I would also say Matchbox 20's first CD.
I don't think I've ever listened to it
It's-
end to end, so I couldn't judge that one. But I honestly liked every song.
We
on
saw them.
I understand why people might not like Matchbox 20, but I liked them and liked the songs I heard.
So, my friends and I, who knew a lot more about music than I did when I was a teenager.
So that's everybody,
Yes. We saw them before they hit it big, before their CD came out, and it was amazing. We saw them at a little bar in Cincinnati, and 3 weeks later they released their CD, and it just blew up. And they were just really. It was really cool to see, just because I didn't know who they were. They're like, "You're just coming with us." Okay, fine, why not? And like you said, CD was phenomenal. So.
News of the World might be up there too.
The Queen song album?
Yeah.
Brian, you want to finish this? News of the Geek?
Yeah. So let's see here. We have a correction from Doug. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Jeff. It's a banshee in Avatar, not a dragon. After spending time in Pandora, the world of Avatar at Disney World, Jason should know this.
I'm going to disagree completely with that, Doug. You can't just make up things like that for things that already exist. Banshees exist, and it doesn't look like that. Dragons exist, and they look like that. I can't help it if you Disney people can't figure out that, just because they call it a banshee doesn't make it a banshee.
Gotcha.
That's a dragon. Looking at it, that's a dragon.
Okay. Let's see here.
I have to agree with Jeff on this.
Okay.
I mean, if I want, I could just, say, oh, well, see that? Just because I see my 101 Dalmatian here. And
It is cute.
I can just, no. This is a lion.
Oh.
It's 101 lions. They don't look
That's not correct.
They're 100% look and act like Dalmatians, but because I can make up words meaning whatever I want them to mean.
Wouldn't that be cheetahs, though?
Okay, cheetahs.
Grr.
You got me.
The spotted lion?
The spotted lion.
I don't know.
What else you got, Brian?
Wrapping this up with Professor Number One at Dr. Number One. Pittsburghian of the Year nominee, while on vacation, Joy Behar of The View because she called an Italian woman a bitch because she wouldn't let her pee in the first class lounge.
Well, Joy Behar doesn't need to be bitching at anybody anyways to be a Pittsburghian of the Year. She could be up there for many reasons.
All right, do we actually have a database somewhere where we can record this? Because this is a very good nomination.
We can keep this and this paper and just kind of put it on the wall here. How about
Okay.
this? We just put it on the wall.
Put it on the wall. If you want me, I can just write on the wall, Joy Behar, Pittsburghian nominee.
Please never mention Joy Behar on the wall in here.
I was going to write that down for
Would they not?
title for the show, but I don't want Joy Behar to be in the title of our show.
That's true. Would Joy, like, she wouldn't let Joy Behar pee on, like, the floor in the lounge or in the bathroom in the lounge? Never really specifies.
Yeah, she might have just wanted to pee in the lounge, not in the bathroom.
Then I think it's justified that she's not called a bitch.
I think it's justified that she's not called a bitch, even if she wanted to use the bathroom, because Joy Behar does not deserve first-class treatment.
I agree with you on that.
Ooh, man, I'm so controversial.
Wow. Hot take.
Hot take. Ooh.
That was well worth it.
That was a good sound effect for the hot take.
Yeah. Like somebody's speeding by you, like Ezra Miller.
Fuck that guy.
We're
I'm
getting
not
more
seeing that movie.
You know, we're getting more Flash, though. Because
I'm not seeing it.
I know that, but
Not until they release Batgirl. Not seeing it.
He's got a
not,
point.
They will not get another dime of my money. No, you will not, DC.
yeah, hot take.
Not even when the James Gunn stuff starts coming out.
Do you care, though, about Superman?
I mean, I've seen all the other ones. I'll probably keep watching.
Yeah. Put that on the poster.
Put that on the Twitter page for DC. I've seen all the other ones. I'll probably keep watching.
Jeff Now of Hobie says, if you've seen the other ones, I guess you should see this.
I mean, it's really not going to be any worse than the Justice League. What's the? I forgot who's
Zack Snyder.
No, the Snyder Cut was actually better
Whedon.
than the Joss Whedon
Yeah.
version was terrible.
How terrible?
Very terrible.
I will.
Okay, that's the crowd applause button. I'll have to remember that.
The Flash is going to make decent money because it looks good as Michael Keaton in it, and unfortunately, I fear that they're going to keep Ezra Miller in it.
Well, he's going to say in the movie.
No. In the future ones.
If James Gunn is rebooting everything, this is the perfect reason not to keep him.
He said
He gave the perfect reason not to keep him.
correct. Blue Beetle has a shot at being in the new James Gunn universe too.
Nice.
I don't think that movie's going to do well though.
But I guess the question is, okay, so Ezra Miller did bad things and people don't want to support him. Mm-hmm. He already got paid for this movie, whether it's released or not.
Correct.
So, I mean, and if it's a good movie, you're not supporting him by going to see it unless he's got a contract that gives him like something off the bottom line.
Back end
Yeah,
deal or something.
It's a gray area, right? Because you also got Jonathan Majors.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a tough line to go, right? Because Ezra Miller, you already made the film, you're right, and they're using it to reboot the whole universe. But like we said, there's other ways around it. You could have put Henry Cavill's face with a mustache on it, on Ezra Miller. I think that could have worked. But it's a tough, like Jonathan Majors. Like I think with him, it's easy that you can reboot, like we talked about. It's a multiverse. You can have. They've done it before in Marvel without issues. You're not going to not see a film because they reboot. They put somebody else in his place. But man, Ezra Miller is just such. I don't know. Supposedly they cut out Grant Gustins.
Okay.
cameo in it, which is a shame because I would like to have seen him in it. And somebody else they would cut out too. I forget. Wonder Woman, maybe? I think Wonder Woman.
Why would you cut out Wonder Woman?
She was the best part of the whole film, of the whole series.
Yeah, of all of the Snyderverse.
So, Blake had to leave real quick. So everything's fine, but he had to go leave. So it's now down to 3 of us.
It's just the 3 of us.
We can make it if we try.
Just the 3 of us.
If you want, we can go to the green room and see if anybody out there wants to join.
My son's out there. Would you like to join us?
Come on. We got a seat.
We got a seat. Come on in.
Let's go.
Come on. It's your big moment. Oh,
Why are you hiding under a blanket?
Come on in. You can try some kettle corn peeps.
That is the creepiest thing ever. Come on in. We got kettle corn peeps. Kettle Corn Peeps is actually going to be on ABC this fall on Mondays at 8 o'clock. It's a cartoon. It's an animated show.
At least you went that way with it, because I'm like, that sounds like a terrible title for a show. But
An animated
show, I can.
Monday at 9 p.m.
8 p.m. It stars Bobcat Goldthwait. So just let you guys know.
He's still alive. Okay.
Yeah. Jeff, can you give me some News of the Geek music there?
No.
Oh, well, never mind then. News of the Geek this week.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Thank you.
I didn't get ready to hit the right button. I still had sound effects up, not clips. So,
per fandomwire.com, where Blake gets all of his news from, Tranisha Biggers, also known as Raka Khan, a former TNA and WWE star. It's kind of pushing it.
Star being the operative word there.
Is seeking $3 billion with the B in a lawsuit that names multiple wrestlers, including The Rock, sports stars, businesses, and even the FBI. The lawsuit was filed in October 2022 before the U.S. District Court, Southern District of New York. That explains it. The suit claimed a conspiracy theory against her ongoing criminal cases in Texas. Her complaint alleges that those named worked together in a conspiracy to kidnap her and her children. Some named in the lawsuit is the state of Texas, the El Paso Child Protective Services, the Las Cruces. Thank you.
You've heard of that before, right?
Yes. New Mexico Police Department, the NYPD, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, a whole lot more. There's I don't even know. There's a fraternity in here.
Yeah, the New York ACS, the Shirley Police Department, Sigma Phi Epsilon, Suffolk County, New York, Bank of America, Home Depot, and even the FBI.
Wait. Home Depot?
I'll be honest. I've been in
tried to kidnap her children?
Maybe she just lost them because it's a warehouse store.
And those are just the groups, not even like necessarily the people, because the lawsuit also has The Miz, Nikki Bella, Maurice.
Yes, Miz's wife.
Heath Miller, Mark Jindrak, Panda Energy.
Mark Jindrak, who hasn't been known in wrestling since WCW days.
Oh, he was in Evolution.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
FCW, NWA President Billy Corgan. That's different than the...
Nope. Smashing Pumpkins, NWA. Okay. Wrestling.
No, that is same.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what he said. It was the same. Yeah. I was asking if it was different. Deep South Wrestling, Mick Foley, Jim Cornette, and even Michael Jordan.
I like how she... Could you imagine if you're Mark Jindrak? You haven't been in wrestling in 20 years, and it's like, hey, this lady's suing you. I'm sorry, what's going on? I'm sorry.
You remember that star Raka Khan?
I have no idea.
Not at all.
Yeah, she just named you in a lawsuit.
What did I do?
You tried to kidnap her children.
She has children?
I don't even know who she is.
Like, do you think like they just dropped the subpoena off at like a Bank of America branch? To like, just like to one of the tellers, like slipped them the note, like... You've been served.
Oh my God, this is a robbery. Oh my God.
No. You just tried to, you're named in a lawsuit for kidnapping this lady's children.
Me? Bank teller Ted?
Yes.
No, just the bank.
Well, don't make me put you in this, Ted.
Are you, I'm confused. Are you robbing the bank still?
I mean, while you're in there. So when
What Home Depot did she drop it off at? Because I'll be honest, you're not going to get much customer service if you just walk in.
Knowing how my Home Depot operates, I don't. It's possible
that they're kidnapping children.
Wow.
I just don't get it.
Man, the skeleton bones really have gone real.
I mean, this conspiracy is like linking everybody.
Hold on. Concurrently, PW Insider, fuck you, writes, Texas court, quote, Texas court records indicate that Biggers still has a bench warrant out for her after not appearing for a criminal trial in December 2022 in Texas, where she was to face charges of interference with child custody and aggravated kidnapping facilitating.
Oh, okay. So
here's
here's what she did. She tried to kidnap her own children from someone and unsuccessfully did so. So she's now the one suing
Everybody you can think of.
Yeah.
Mr. Peanut. The Kool-Aid Man. He tried.
You can't kidnap my children. I'm kidnapping my children.
I did buy light bulbs from that Home Depot once.
They took my children.
Damn it.
They were with me at Home Depot. Now they're not.
While the $3 billion lawsuit sat stale for months, court records show that Biggers paid the court fees in full, allowing the case to move forward. Well, it is, but...
I mean, you got to pay to play.
Yes. Her lawsuit claimed that all of the listed defendants, quote, conspired to kidnap the plaintiff and her children. However, none of the defendants have been served anything yet. Oh, there you go.
Wait a second.
And the case has not seen any movement till now.
That's because Ted didn't pass along the subpoena.
Wait a second.
I'm just bank teller Ted. Leave me alone.
Does that mean that all of the people named all together as one giant children abduction network conspired against this lady?
Yes. You know why Home Depot didn't respond? It's still sitting on a shelf somewhere.
What, her children?
With her children.
I mean, she did place a curbside pickup, and she just didn't come back. So, I mean, you have to put in your spot number and give them what color your vehicle is before they'll bring it out to you.
Maybe another customer has the subpoena. Has been, hey, what is this? The tide might be against her, you think?
I don't know. I mean,
it's pretty airtight.
It is moving forward. She did pay the fees.
Yep.
The tide might be against her, as Texas court records show Biggers still has a bench warrant out for her after she failed to appear in court in December. We talked about that. Biggers has a history of criminal charges and is one of El Paso's most wanted fugitives. What? Okay, time out.
Why don't you lead with that?
I buried the lead.
So
come on, Fandom Why? We expected more from you.
The whole thing with this, when I saw this article, the headline said Dwayne Johnson facing this, and it's a picture of him.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's they're grabbing you, right?
Yes.
And obviously,
and it worked.
It worked, and this is amazing.
I just to be a most wanted criminal in El Paso. That's a pretty big thing, right?
I'll give her credit though. She did the old Uno reverse card trick. What? Me being charged? Back at you.
No take-backs.
I'll show you, Home Depot. And Bank of America.
Damn it, City of El Paso.
Miss Biggers.
And Heath
Miller. Yeah, out of nowhere, Heath Miller.
That's the tight end from the Steelers, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not a wrestler.
Or maybe it is the wrestler, Heath. What is... Oh, no. Is that...
Did Heath Miller ever... Because I know sometimes there's an NFL players jump over to wrestle a little.
There was another wrestler named Heath, but he had the red hair.
Slater.
That's
who I was thinking first. No,
but, I guess...
It's not him. Oh, it is.
He dodged a bullet.
That is his name. Oh. That's his real name.
Heath Slater's real name is Heath Miller?
Yep.
Oh, so it's not the
and he's actually got
former
kids.
Tight end in Pittsburgh?
You know what?
Well, you know what? Maybe she named the wrong Heath Miller.
That's how she was going to get this whole thing thrown out. She accused the wrong Heath Miller.
If you would have said the wrestler, Mrs. Biggers, instead of the tight end, we would have been okay with that.
The problem is, probably turns out Heath Miller is the one who did kidnap her children.
Allegedly.
I think it was Panda Energy.
Who owned TNA Wrestling at a time. And they're also a giant energy corporation.
They get their energy from children's screams.
Do you think one of her kids was wearing a pair of Jordans when they got kidnapped?
That's why Michael Jordan is in the lawsuit.
I could see it.
If my kids weren't wearing your shoes, they would still be here with me.
They didn't want the Shaquille O'Neal version. Damn it. I'm sure we'll be updating this amazing lawsuit.
We better.
Let's see here. We'll do this one. Per the AV Club, according to a new report from Puck. Who the fuck is Puck?
Was that the guy from season 3 of The Real World?
That's what I'm guessing. Dislike between the Severance's series co-showrunners Dan Erickson and Mark Friedman, not to mention extensive script rewrites and episode costs in the $20 million range, have led to delays on season 2.
No, the best part of this one was the headline.
What's that?
Severance season 2 being delayed because showrunners hate each other.
Yes. The initial report of behind-the-scenes unrest came from Puck's, I guess it's a website, Matthew Baloney. Severance's second season has been plagued.
I think it is pronounced baloney.
Quote, has been plagued for months by pricey problems, including scrapped scripts and the dreaded showrunners who don't speak to each other.
You think that's bad? Wait till they strike. Oh, wait.
It's there.
Erickson is a first-time series creator who penned Severance's pilot. Friedman, a veteran writer-producer with credits of AMC's Dispatches from Elsewhere, Fox's Wayward Pines.
Yeah, I'm about to say that doesn't bode well for you there, Jason, if you...
And
more. I'm like, I'd never heard of Dispatches from Elsewhere, and I've only heard you and Blake bitch about Wayward Pines.
First season was okay. Puck reports that the pair, quote, ended up hating each other during filming for season 1. Friedman apparently wanted out ahead of season 2, but Severance executive producer and director Ben Stiller reportedly coaxed him to stay. That's a great sign. After Stiller came up empty-handed in the search for a replacement.
Well, I don't got anybody else, so you want to stick around?
No, I don't.
You're going to get a raise, and you're going to get all these cool benefits from the writers.
I got some kids you can kidnap over here. Do you want to?
No, I'm not getting named in that lawsuit.
On Friday, a source close to the production disputed the report telling the AV Club, fuck them, that Severance's second season remains on schedule without major changes in the budget. Source also said that Dan Erickson, Mark Friedman, and House of Cards creator Bo Willimon, who was recently tapped to assist the series on season 2 and beyond, have been working together without issue.
Until today.
Yes.
Well, good thing the writers are striking because we can push this off a couple months now.
Well, hold on. There's still no official timeline for fans might get to see the next chapter of the Apple Plus series, but they're already planning a third and fourth season of the series. Evo season 2 still unfinished. The streamer reportedly hopes to get a third season written ahead of a probable strike.
So I hope the third season...
time to wake up.
That's right.
I hope the third season is written.
Responding to a version of this report in the Daily Beast, Ben Stiller tweeted, quote, "No one's going to the break room. We're on the same really slow schedule we've always been on. Same target air date we've always had. Love our fans and each other. And we are all just working to make the show as good as possible. Except that Friedman guy. Screw him!"
I mean, nobody else could do it, so... You're all I got, guy.
Is Heath Miller, the tight end, available? Can he write something?
He's currently tied up in legal. He's not going to be available for another 6 months or so.
Finally, per CNN.com, where Brian gets all of his news from.
I get a decent portion of my news from CNN. Yes, I do.
That sounds much fun, then. A jury in California.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say where no one gets their news from, but...
Oh, I thought this was CNN Plus. I'm sorry, my bad.
No, not Don Lemon's CNN Plus.
Lemon and Tucker coming to you on CNN Plus.
No.
A jury in California has convicted a woman of lying to authorities about a couple attempting to kidnap her children at a Bay Area Michael's craft store in 2020.
Don't tell Raka Khan about this.
Oh, God, now Michael's is going to be on Raka's list.
Rock of Love? Maybe she just wants a reality show.
She probably does.
In 2020 is when this happened. Kathleen Sorensen, 31, could serve up to 6 months in jail, I hope, after the jury returned the guilty verdict on one count of false report of a crime, announced the Sonoma County District Attorney's Office. The conviction stems from an incident on December 7th, 2020, when Sorensen and her 2 children were shopping at a Michael's craft store in Petaluma, California. After buying several items, she left with her 2 children. Well, that's good. Take note, Raka. And drove out of the parking lot.
No, the problem is Raka left with her children, too. That's where it all stemmed from.
She drove out of the parking lot, according to a news release from the prosecutors. Several minutes later, Sorensen called the Petaluma Police Department to report a couple tried to kidnap her children. Oh, my God, they're still in my car. Additionally, Sorensen recorded and posted a viral video on Instagram about the purported? Thank you. Incident about a week later, according to the release. In the video, she disclosed the incident in great detail and added, quote, significant details that had not been disclosed to the Petaluma Police Department because it was fake. The district attorney's office said. She went on a local news program and repeated her account of events. Well, she's really doubling down on this.
Oh, yes, she is.
In a follow-up interview, Sorensen identified a couple from the store video as the individuals who tried to kidnap her children.
Yeah, that guy and that girl.
Yeah.
It was them.
But police said her report proved to be false by video evidence.
Resoundingly contradicted.
By the accused couple as well as store video that was updated. You know, if you have video, you might not want to point at the people that did not do it. Days following the incident, Sadie Martinez identified herself and her husband as the couple accused of the alleged kidnapping. The Petaluma Argus-Courier reported. Ms. Martinez, who is Latina, suspected the incident was racially motivated. Sorensen is white. Quote, I couldn't believe it. It's like we're literally guilty of being brown while shopping. After the verdict, she told Elle magazine that she's happy with the outcome. Quote, after Sorensen avoided accountability for years, and then hearing she was found guilty and walked out in handcuffs, yes, justice was served. I feel like it's a step in the right direction for my family. I'm grateful for the support. The jury also found Sorensen not guilty on 2 additional charges, which they don't say what they were. Sorensen, this is the best. I love her attorney, Charles D. Droso, how he flipped this. She's, quote, grateful that she was acquitted of 2 of the allegations against her. The evidence introduced at trial was very different than how the case has been portrayed outside the courtroom. You're the one that portrayed it!
And I saw, I guess it was a different article or whatever, where her attorney made the comment about because of the 2 not guilty verdicts, it just proves that she wasn't lying or something. I'm like, but she was found guilty of 1 charge
of lying.
Well, 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
That's what Meatloaf says. After the verdict, Sorensen was remanded into custody and bail was set at $100K. The district attorney's office said. She posted bail and was released until her June 14th sentencing date. If you want to follow her, she's no longer on social media.
Oh.
Fuck her. You know how many times these things come up? Like, you see these Facebook things of women and, you know, and they're all influencers that always say, this guy looked at me wrong or this woman looked at my kids wrong in the store. I think they were trying to kidnap them. And it's like they get 200,000 hits, you know, and it's like you don't want to discount them, but then at the same time you have shit like this that she's doing just to get her fucking likes up. I don't like this lady.
No, you're not supposed to like this lady.
But I'm glad that she, you know, that's a good role model for her kids. I like that, you know, oh yeah, they did it. We have video. They were just looking at Christmas items. Like, leave them alone. Fucking idiots.
You know, though, I think what my favorite thing about this article is the fact that the Petaluma newspaper is called the Argus-Courier.
You know what I like about this?
That's the coolest newspaper name I've ever heard of.
You know what I like about this? Petaluma is only one of 5 newspapers in California left. I can't back that up.
No, I got nothing to back that up. But
I believe they're on strike.
Oh.
I'm going to be busy.
You're going to be editing the crap out of everything.
I don't understand like what it is that you gain from this.
Nothing. She gets notoriety and she gets likes and people feeling sorry for her.
Yeah, she didn't think past the initial thrill of people are paying attention to me. Yeah.
Hey, I drove out of the parking lot. I'm halfway home. Should turn around. Maybe I should freak out and post this.
Things aren't really been going well for me. I think I'm going to fake my children being kidnapped.
Yes.
That should turn it around.
If Raka Khan taught me anything.
It's to not shop at Home Depot.
Or Michael's.
Or don't do your banking at Bank of America. Or like Bank of Kidnappers.
I am Ted the Teller. I've never kidnapped anyone. I still don't know who to give this to. Who do I give this summons to? It just says Bank of America. I don't know that person. It's just a company.
We got a crapload of good Pittsburghian of the Year contenders this week.
We do. What else you got? Box office news, Jeff.
We got the box office news from April 28th to April 30th of 2023.
Oh, okay.
Coming in at number 1, the Super Mario Brothers movie again made $40 million, a total of $490 on a $100 million budget.
It's me, Mario.
So they're almost at $500 million just domestically.
Yes.
They hit over $1 billion worldwide. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty good number.
Yeah, I think the Mario universe is going, or Nintendo universe is going to start.
Yep, because everything has to be a universe.
Instead of Avengers, they're going to have Super Smash Brothers.
You think they'll have Mario and Sonic fight?
Yeah.
Cool.
I bet you anything they will.
Coming in at number 2, Evil Dead Rises made another $12.2 million, a total of $44.5 million on an $18 million budget.
It's a pretty good holdover from first week.
Yeah, usually these horror movies tend to do real well the first week and then drop off, but another $12 million, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret made $6.8 million in its opening weekend of a budget of $30 million.
God may be there, but the audience was not.
Hopefully they make... No. You wanted me to hit that button?
I'll take it.
Hopefully they get some money when they sell the streaming rights to it or something.
I just bought the streaming rights for $1.2.
Ooh, $1.2.
They were expecting a $12 million to $14 million opening weekend.
They did half of that.
Yes, good to one things.
Coming in at number 4, John Wick Chapter 4 made another $5 million, a total of $176 million on a $75 million budget.
Might be a hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Officially it is.
Have you finished watching?
No, not yet. 2.
Yeah.
I need to finish it.
And wow. Coming in at number 5, I didn't even realize this was out. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, made $4.7 million in a re-release. It has made a total of $314 million on a $32.5 million budget.
Wait a minute. They released a new Star Wars film? Damn it! How'd I miss this? I guess I really just don't care anymore.
I did not realize that we didn't talk about that last week.
Yeah.
It snuck up on me.
Brian went to see it, but he was completely lost because he started with Episode 6.
Yeah. Can't you just watch the 6th one before?
Yeah, go ahead. It's a good one. I enjoy the 6th one.
But that is our box office news. Upcoming May 5th, this Friday, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Still reeling from the loss of Gamora, Peter Quill rallies his team to defend the universe and one of their own. A mission that could mean the end of the Guardians, if not successful.
Ooh.
Spoilers.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
You should scoot back.
Oh, that's more comfortable.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Chris Pratt versus Chris Pratt at the box office this weekend. Mario versus Guardians.
Can Guardians take over Mario in its 4th week?
Yes, it will.
Probably, because I've already got my tickets for Sunday.
Oh, look at you go.
At least I hope I do. I'm expecting to have them.
You just show up. That's my seat. Get out.
I got the seat.
I call it dibs.
And also coming out is Love Again.
A young woman tries to ease the pain of her fiance's death by sending romantic texts to his old cell phone number and forms a connection with the man the number has been reassigned to.
That sounds terrible. It really
does.
It doesn't look good, but Celine Dion's in it.
Oh, I did see a commercial for this.
Oh, yeah, because the one guy.
5 new songs from Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Priyanka Chopra.
Raka Khan, isn't it?
No.
Oh. Who did you say?
Priyanka Chopra Jones.
Oh, is that the one married to Jonas?
Jonas.
Oh, okay. Jonas.
Yes, Nick.
Yeah,
Jonas.
but wasn't he in the Keeping Up with the Joneses commercial anyway? So Jonas is close enough.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Thank you for getting my joke, Jeff.
We got top 5 this week.
We have a top 5 this week?
We do.
Whew. We've been talking about it for a while.
That was the wrong button for that.
Oh, well.
Hi, I'm Brad.
Okay, I will stab you.
Title of the show. Stab you. Top 5 this week is top 5 because it was National Principals Day on Monday.
Oh, that's why.
Top 5 favorite fictional school faculty or teachers, administration, whatever.
Yes. Blake did leave his list behind before he had to leave.
Yes.
Are we going to include his in the general roundtable?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Let's see here.
If we can read his writing.
Let's see here. Number 5 for me. I'll go first. I had Rick Latimer, played by Jim Belushi, in The Principal with Louis Gossett Jr. from the 80s.
Wow.
I loved that movie. I haven't seen it in a good 20 years.
You're the one.
But he beat the shit out of bad guys, so I like it. Brian?
My number 5 will be Charlie Moore,
Good one.
head of the class.
Okay.
And he's much better than that crappy Billy replacement.
That's right.
Michael Kahn. Billy Conley here for head of the class. Come follow me. It's a good day, chippers.
Why is Mrs. Doubtfire talking about head of the class?
It's a good day, chippers.
Chappers? Chaps?
Chappers. Oh, he's trying to say chapper.
You can find us on nerly.co.uk. Good day, mate.
Wow.
I don't understand why. Where is my wig? Now
That's your Billy Connolly?
That's my Doubtfire. I'm Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh, God.
I reckon. Thanks, Jeff. That was appreciative.
Yeah, I thought that was a boo button.
Number 5?
Number 5 for me, I have Mr. Shoop, the Mark Harmon character from Summer School.
Oh, that's a good one. He had the Hawaiian shirt on.
One.
Yeah, and he, taught more than just English. He taught them how to love.
Whoa.
And how to drive and give birth.
Oh. What else you got?
Oh, it's back to me again.
Yes.
At number... Oh, Blake. We got Blake.
Oh, what's Blake got?
Blake's number 5, Elizabeth Halsey, Cameron Diaz from Bad Teacher.
Ah, good one. What's his number 4?
His number 4 is Veronica Vaughn.
Ooh, that Veronica Vaughn.
That is my number 4 as well, from Billy Madison.
Yay,
I'm
put
sure
it
that's-
on the board.
Put it on the board.
Sure, that would be on Jim's list, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jeff, number 4.
Number 4 for me, I have Mr. Hand from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, is played by Ray Walston. Okay. He is pretty much the only good part of that movie.
Oh.
So the scenes that he is in were funny. And the rest of the movie, not so much.
Brian, number 4.
Number 4 for me would be the substitute teacher from Key and Peele.
That mispronounces the names.
Oh, nice. Good pick. All right, A.A. Ron.
I like that.
Balake. Balake.
Do you mean Blake?
Let's see here. Number 4 for me was Veronica Vaughn. Number 3 for me is there it is. John Keaton from Dead Poet Society.
I had him at number 2.
Oh, Captain, my Captain. Put it on the board, my Captain.
Maybe I'll change my number 2 now.
So, speaking of private schools here, Good Morning America had something on about a tragic case of a kid that was 17 that was being bullied in this upstate New York, I've been New Jersey even, prep school. I don't know, someplace up there.
Upstate New York, maybe New Jersey.
It might be New Jersey. But anyways, this kid was being bullied. He eventually committed suicide, took his own life. It's a tragic case, and it made news. One, George Stephanopoulos, one of the anchors, and I guess his daughters went there, is what it sounded like from just a brief interaction, and he was interviewing the parents. And it's one of the first private schools that actually admitted that they failed. They accepted fault for this happening, which is shocking to say the least. So anyways, not to go on a horribly depressing thing, but I looked up the tuition up here at that school. Take a guess how much. Just take a guess. Room and board, food, and tuition.
70,000.
I'd say 110.
135,000. It's 75 or something thousand for room and board for 1 year, and you get food.
Well,
But the
hence the board.
And 60,000 for tuition.
You would think you would want.
Yes.
Do they require that you live on campus?
Yes.
So,
And they actually want their faculty living there too.
like John Keating.
Yeah, it's recommended. But yeah, 130,000. There is installment plans, Brian. If you can't afford it all at once, you could pay half of it at one time and then half at another, or you could pay 10% every month for 12 months.
Well, so you're paying 120%?
Yes, that's exactly it. 10% of the amount you owe per month.
For 12 months?
Yes.
So you're making 12 payments of 10%?
Yes.
So
You're paying 120%.
I guess it was 10 months in. 10 months in. I guess it was. Sorry.
The summer months don't count, probably?
Yeah, I guess not. But yeah, $135,000.
Yeah, I assume that it would be a payment plan of a monthly thing instead of all up front.
Really? Do you, though?
I would assume that.
But yeah, they have 40 buildings, I think, on campus. They have a 70-acre. I went down rabbit hole. They have a 70-acre grassland green area. Yeah, pretty impressive. So
let's get back to some fun topics.
Yes,
Fictional teachers. Number 3, Brian.
Number 3 for me would be Mr. Feeney.
Boy Meets World.
Okay, I like that. Probably the calming voice.
Yeah.
Well, the best part was when he did the voice of Kit.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay. Don't look at me like I'm an idiot. I didn't know.
Did you ever watch Knight Rider?
Yes, but I was 2. Maybe 5.
Oh, back to me.
Yes.
Okay. I have Mark Thackeray, a.k.a. Sir, in To Sir with Love, as portrayed by Sidney Poitier.
Yep. Okay.
It's one of the, teacher going into the rough school or whatnot, and Sidney Poitier is just better than almost anybody else.
That's your number 3. What's Blake's number 3?
Blake's number 3 is Miss Crabtree from Little Rascals.
What is it?
Oh, Miss Crabtree from the Little Rascals.
Okay. Where'd you get that young demographic?
Season 1, episode 4 in 1930. Episode titled Teacher's Pet.
Okay.
Played by June Marlowe.
Yeah, that's what that was.
She was born in 1904. Thanks, Blake, for getting that young demographic on the podcast here. What else you got? Number 2?
Number 2 is Lillian Miller and Donna Rupert. Hot for Teacher video. 1984.
The Van Halen video, Hot for Teacher.
Lillian Miller. She was
the phys ed teacher in the video. And
okay.
I believe Donna was Miss Canada, if I read this correct.
Okay.
I mean, I was assuming that Blake was picking
Yes.
the ones he found most attractive, but when he's going for the Hot for Teacher video, teachers.
Yes.
And then he throws a curveball with Miss Crabtree from 1930.
She's probably pretty good looking
She was.
for someone,
In black and white.
someone who was 20 some years old in 1930 something.
Man, the depression is really good on her.
Wow.
Number 1, 2 for you, Jeff.
Number 2 for me was going to be John Keating, but we'll just change that to
What?
Edna Krabappel.
Cheater.
That was an honorable mention of mine.
I mean, Krabappel? I've been calling her Crandall all this time.
Okay. I don't know who said that.
That was Homer.
Oh.
Homer did not know the name of his son's teacher. 20 years of
Number 2?
Number 2 for me would be Mr. Miyagi.
Let's go.
in the next Karate Kid.
Yes.
Okay.
Number 2 for me is I Hobied It from Abbott Elementary.
Everybody.
No.
Oh.
Jacob Hill. Love Jacob Hill. And The Janitor. Love The Janitor. So that's my number 2. My number 1 is a great teacher. He taught him how to beat the Sith. Yoda. Yoda is my number 1. Brian, number 1.
Okay. I'm surprised there wasn't like a Green Day music video that had a teacher in it.
Wow.
Number 1 for me, I hobied this one. It's Eric and Tammy Taylor from Friday Night Lights.
Oh, yeah, that's a shocker. Sure, I'm glad there wasn't like a, oh no, LA Guns video.
Why are you stuck on LA Guns?
Because I
You're
couldn't
like the
think of
one
it-
person in the world
Because I
that
couldn't think of
listens to
his
them.
other bands from last week that nobody has heard of. Oh, Blue Harmony or Park Avenue or Boardwalk or Baltic. Or I don't know what it was.
I thought maybe you were just going to yell at him for you too because he mentioned them earlier today.
Park Avenue? Park Dogs? Park Dogs? What was the band last week?
It was Park Dogs. Park Dogs is the band that I love, Jason. That was my number 1 band. Favorite band right now. Park Dogs.
I hear they're good.
Yeah, we go to I go see them at Bark in the Park.
Oh,
Park in the Bark.
is that a music festival?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, not really. I hate music. Go ahead, Jeff. Number 1.
Wow. Number 1, I have Dean Craig Pelton, the dean of Greendale Community College on the TV show Community.
Yeah.
He is the best faculty member in all of fictional faculties. I thought about doing a complete list of teachers and faculty from Greendale Community College. So you should thank me for not doing
Oh,
that.
I'm really thrilled. That's great.
Could have put Buzz Hickey on there.
Before we get to our honorable mentions, let's see what our listeners had first, so we don't.
Did you want Blake's number?
Oh yeah, it
Apparently
was
we
Blake's
didn't.
number 1.
Well, his was already said, so I'm going to give him another one.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Luann Johnson.
From, I'm not placing a Luann Johnson.
Park Dogs.
This is shocking for me that you don't recognize that.
What is it?
Dangerous Minds.
Oh,
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Okay, yeah.
I was trying to think of
I-
that
I-
Amish.
I couldn't go with that because it's based off of a real person, and no teacher is as good as a movie teacher.
Churning lots of butter. Amish paradise. Niecy. She had what?
So he went from Gangster's Paradise
To Amish
to
paradise.
Amish Paradise, but not in the same music. Not even the same key. The different melody.
Anyways, Niecy, Indiana's favorite nurse, had Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Kata,
Honorable mention.
Mr. Hand, Mr. Feeney, and Yoda. Nice job, Niecy.
Good Good pull on Yoda there, Nisi.
Brian.
You're pulling on Yoda.
Ow. Had Jean Grey, Famke Janssen. So she killed everyone. John Keaton, Robin Williams. Albus Dumbledore. Harry Potter?
Dumbledore.
Whatever. Obi-Wan.
He was a pretty bad teacher.
That's what I was thinking. And number 1, Yoda. So fuck all of you.
Oh, cool.
Yoda had one student, and he really didn't do too well.
Honorable mention, I had Lunch Lady Chris Farley during the Lunch Lady song when he was dressed up as a lunch lady. What do you got, Jeff? Anything? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Brian, you got anything? Any honorable mentions?
I have quite a few, actually.
Okay, name them. Go.
Walter White,
Okay.
Jack Griffin, AP Bio,
Okay.
Sean McGuire, Good Will Hunting.
Oh.
I like that. I couldn't put him on my list because I never actually watched him teaching.
True. Glenn Holland,
From Mr. Holland's Opus.
Mr. Holland's Opus.
Touch civility.
I guess we're doing this. Miss Bliss,
Thought about Miss Bliss from Good Morning, Miss Bliss.
and I also had Lou Ann Johnson on my honorable mention list.
Did you have the Little Rascals?
They weren't teachers; they were children.
The teachers are.
I did not have Miss Crabtree from 1930s, season 1, episode 4, Teacher's Pet.
Bad idea of the week, number 812. Taking your kids to Home Depot. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think the bad idea of the week is naming everyone you can think of in 2 minutes and suing them.
Number 392. Bad idea. Titles for the show. I Will Stab You. Taste Like Jeff. Villain Arc. I'll show you Home Depot.
I'll show you Home Depot.
I'll show you Home Depot. Anyone else?
I had Infinite Gamoras. As long as you're getting Oreo. I Always Taste Like Jeff. The Spotted Lion. Bank Teller Ted.
I like Bank Teller Ted.
While you're in there.
Yep.
It's a Good Day, Chippers. And Park Dogs.
I do like Park Dogs. I swear to you, it's the title.
That wasn't on the outline. You Can Waste It. The less you taste like Jeff, the better. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. You gotta pay to play.
Yep.
I Will Stab You.
Yep. Park Dogs?
No, I didn't write that down.
No.
Because it wasn't anywhere nearly as funny to me as it is to you.
I try. I like 1 out.
Try using your ears more.
Nah. I like 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
I do like 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Okay.
I did like Park Dogs too.
I mean, yeah, that's one of my 5 favorite bands right now. Can't wait to catch them out on tour. With Meow God, apparently.
Quit touching the board. I'm going to move the board. You need to sit there. Sit in Jim's
You know
spot.
what you need? You need one of those, like...
a cage.
I was thinking those blinders that you had as a kid growing up when you were taking tests, so you couldn't look over and see the other kids.
I didn't have those.
I didn't either. Like,
Rogers, you know what? Fuck you all. I'm done with this.
Like, I mean, like when you go into a voting booth.
I'm done.
Like we could put it in a.
Roger says goodbye.
So a voting booth thing to keep
Yeah.
people from looking at your ballot.
There you go.
Well, that's
Yeah.
better. I need one of those.
Yeah.
Today was voting day. I probably could have got one.
Today was National Harry Potter Day too. Did you know that, Jason?
Roger says goodbye.
What nation? Because I don't think America should care about Harry Potter. He was a stupid British kid.
I'm not too sure. I just know that we did a doggy photo shoot for National Harry Potter Day, and it was a smashing hit. Everyone loved it.
Did all the dogs get little scars on their foreheads?
No, we didn't quite go that far with it. But I just thought Jason might like to know that today was National Harry Potter Day.
Did you know that, Jason, that today was National Harry Potter Day?
Thanks, Brian.
Isn't that where Dumbledore that you just said came from?
Probably.
Dumbledore. What was it that you were saying?
I guess I could have chose Severus Snape as one of my favorite teachers.
There you go.
He was a good teacher.
Roger says goodbye.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. And McGonagall, because she turned into a cat. Get your thing away from my thing.
Addendum. Titles for the show. Get your thing away from my thing.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history, not so bad, there's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You've been listening to Hobie.